Let's ground ourselves. Oi, Bonita.
Oi, Bonita.
Oh, so glad you're here, Jennifer Dent Brown.
Yeah, here I am. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here because I love what you're doing and your health and life coaching space. And we know each other for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I can totally see the growth of the entrepreneur, Jennifer. So I'd like to start a conversation, like, how did you get into this space?
Oh, man. Well, I didn't know coaching was a career,
Okay.
but I'm so glad it is because I love it. I got into this space because I had my own issues with weight, and it started when I went to college, gained the freshman 15, and in the 90s I was up and down on the yo-yo dieting, losing 10 pounds, gaining 20, go do something drastic, go do another diet, lose some weight, gain back, and it was just a mess.
It's 2 o'clock.
And that was decades. I was all through college, went to graduate school. And then I got a job as a management consultant when I finished grad school. So I was traveling 90% of the time. So I was living out of a hotel, traveling to other cities via airplane, eating airport food, eating out every meal. We would work long dinners. Like, it was just crazy. And I didn't know anything about lifestyle, like how you think and how that affects your weight. I didn't know about cortisol, your hormones, and how any of that affects your weight. And I just thought I just needed to find the right diet. Right? It's like the same thing we talk about, like when you were looking for the one, like that person in a relationship. I just need to find the right.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just trying all these diets, and okay, this one doesn't work. So I need to try this one, and this one doesn't work, and I just need to get to the right one. And eventually I realized it wasn't the diet that was going to change, it was me. Like, I needed to change. It wasn't that I wasn't following the diet, I was doing something wrong. It was really how I was thinking about food, my relationship with food, what I thought was healthy, and really understanding too about the food industry and how it's like set us up to fail, essentially. And so I ended up working with a health coach. And at that time, I didn't know what a health coach was. She just had on her website, because I remember very distinctly, I was finishing a vacation in Florida. I had eaten and drank all the things, and per normal, I would like, okay, what am I going to start when I get home? What diet am I going to start when I go home? And I was on the computer looking for the next diet, and I stumbled across her website, and she said, if you think you've tried everything, you haven't tried this. I was like, girl, I have tried everything. I'm willing to try you out. And I remember it was like a 6-week program. It was like $1,400. I plunked down my credit card and joined her program. And that's when I learned about mind-body connection and just like having more fun, reducing stress, and how that helps you to release weight. And so that just opened up a whole new world for me. And because she was a health coach, after 6 weeks, I was like, I need to know more.
Yeah.
And because I'm constantly learning, I love professional or personal development, I was like, what school did she go to? Oh, I'm going to the same school that she went to. And I literally enrolled in the same school that she went to, and I became a health coach. And that's when everything kind of like fell into place. I lost 30 pounds. People were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm a coach. Like, it was kind of like I'm doing it on the side.
On the side, yeah.
Because I was still working. Like, I still had a professional identity as a consultant, and I was in corporate. So that's when, like, our paths crossed. Yeah, and then I was like, all right, I kind of like this coaching thing. I kind of like this online marketing thing. And I really like helping other women get out of the struggle that I was in for decades. So Stop Dieting Forever was born around that.
What do you gain being a coach, being able to be, a tool of transformation? How does it feel?
Oh man, it's amazing. At first it was, let me just figure out how to lose weight. Okay. Oh, let me figure out then it was like, oh, let me learn how to be healthy. Mm-hmm. Right, so it's kind of like I was evolving as a human being,
Mm-hmm.
where it wasn't just so much vanity ways, like, oh, I really want to like take care of my cells. I really want to, because I had cystic acne growing up, so I wanted to learn how to eat to support my skin, and I wanted to like regulate my cycle. So it was more so about that. And then I became a life coach because I reached this impasse. I was still working in corporate, wanting to be a coach full time, but the money wasn't there. Like the money was not moneying. So it was like almost impossible for me to leave my job. And so I worked with a life coach, and I remember I had a discovery call with her, and I don't remember what the heck she said to me, but I just bust out crying. Like I just like tears falling, and she's like, I can help you. And I was like, okay. I was like, where do I pay?
When can I start?
When can I start? And so the life coaching piece of it really just changed everything for me. It changed the way I saw myself. It changed the way I spoke to myself. I didn't realize how terrible, how I didn't know how to deal with resistance of like, I really wanted to change, but I couldn't make myself do it, and I didn't understand like what was happening. So that was like everything. And then I got certified as a life coach because I was like, my clients also need these tools. They also need this transformation. So life coaching, along with the health coaching, has just been truly transformational. And the tools that I've learned and continue to learn, they serve me in such a grand way because I know if I go first, right, with my own issues, then I can help my clients. Because I can see, I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're dealing with. I've been there, done that, I've done the work.
Every therapist has a therapist. So I agree. When you work with a coach, the accountability is what you're connected to.
Yeah.
When I experienced that working, being part of masterminds, right? But then I noticed that working one-on-one with a coach, my progression was much faster, right? So, and then I'm talking about business coaching and working with a particular, like a naturopathic doctor, right? So she is like Viv, you need to watch this, you need to really give time for yourself, we need to address gut health and all of that. And then she developed a program. So doing well, and then it's 4th of July, and then cheat days, and then put it again. Now so the accountability. So I had checked in, and then I felt embarrassed that I didn't, follow through what she asked me to do it. But the accountability and the weight of not disappointing the person that you're paying for,
I know,
right? It makes this experience completely different. And I agree with the whole life coaching and weight loss coaching experience. It's well connected. It's very holistic. So you kind of combine both worlds because you went through that experience, because you also understand that it's all about programming, right? So can we talk more about like how mental health has a lot to deal with also weight loss?
100%. Yeah. So when you think about, I always tell people, like when your life is out of balance, your weight is out of balance. Or sometimes I'll just say when your life is fucked up, I'll say like your weight is going to be fucked up too, right? It's like, because you're always, well, and the women that I work with, high achieving women, doing it all, right? Running businesses, raising families, climbing the corporate ladder, leaders in their industry, like they got degrees behind degrees behind degrees and letters and all the things behind their names. Like they're doing it and they're like, WTF, I can't figure out the weight thing. And it's not about them being more disciplined. It's not about them like, well, I just need to follow this certain plan. That's not it. It really is looking at how they're handling and managing their lives. And so I help them create different systems to give themselves some space in their lives to like decompress and just take a minute. I help them unpack their relationship with food. Because that goes, social programming, the way we grew up in the 80s and what we saw, Jet Beauty of the Week and, Cosmopolitan, like all of those images that we saw growing up, those stick with us. Like we think that is the image of beauty, and we hold that against ourselves, not consciously, right? It's kind of a subconscious thing. One of the things I love to do is to help my clients, we deconstruct their self-sabotaging patterns, because we all have them.
That.
Yeah,
Can you give us an example?
Oh, resistance was one we just talked about, right? That was one that I struggled with. It's like, you want to wake up early and like have a quiet morning, or like get up early and go to the gym. So your alarm clock goes off at 5 o'clock, and what do? Hitting that snooze button. Yeah. And then you beat yourself up because you're like, but I really want to like do this thing, and I don't understand why I just can't make myself do it. Because willpower is fleeting. Willpower fades away. And so when you understand what resistance looks like, if this is your pattern, right? If you understand what it looks like and how it shows up in your life, you can create these tools, you can create systems, you can create a mindset to go around it without judgment. Just noticing like, oh, there's that resistance coming up again. I got this, right? And then you move on, implement your system or whatever we come up with, and then you keep going, and then you feel better. And the more that you can do that, the repetition of success and progress, you feel good.
You feel more in charge.
You feel more in charge, and you keep wanting to.
It has a lot to do with that, like mental mindset and also behavior, right? So you're talking about like really reprogramming the body, the mind to have a healthier mindset, right?
Yeah.
So what do you see like in your practice with clients, like women, they are over 40 and beyond? What is the main challenge they have to overcome in order for them to really feel more confident in their body and the way they see themselves?
Well, one, they gotta look at themselves, right? So one of the things I see my clients do is they just keep go. Go. They don't know how to take a minute to show themselves some love, right? They don't know how to take a minute to
take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath, right? Put your hand on your heart, skin to skin, calm your nervous system down. They don't know what that is. They're constantly, and this is also my life too, so I understand, constantly going. And so you get used to just operating with an activated nervous system, and you think that's normal. Oh, you think it's normal that you wake up you think it's normal that you're running on caffeine every single day. You think it's normal that you have to come home from work and take a nap, right? Before you can do anything else, you just crash, right? You think that's normal, and it's not. So, what was the question?
Women over 40s.
Over 40.
In order for them to see as a reality in their lives, because I'm there, right? But because I'm in this industry, it's easier for me to snap back into my senses. Like, okay, we need to go to the gym, because I love to be in movement, right? But because of managing a business, family, and so forth, and even perimenopause, sometimes I don't have the energy. My body just asks for rest, or sometimes I'm just resisting because I'm under stress, right? But then it comes down to the commitment to a coach, or commitment towards yourself, because I'm the one that has a desire to change, and I'm resisting it. So I need to ask for help. It could be another friend, it could be working with a coach. So sometimes and on top of that, being under perimenopause, which is also affecting your mental health, right? So working with a coach, it's something that, okay, my coach is telling me that I'm not the only one, so that I let that just roll off my shoulders. But there are other I would say other underlying issues that comes to overeating. So what do you see like in your practice? What is the common emotional eating habits look like? So share with us.
Such a good question.
You don't have to tell their name, but their behaviors.
Yeah, so it's funny because when I talk to one woman, I'm like, yeah, you're not alone. I was like, this is so common. Emotional eating. I would say 99.9% of my clients are emotional eaters.
Mm-hmm.
They eat when they're happy, they eat when they're sad, they eat when they're stressed, they eat just out of habit. Because there's food everywhere. There's
Mm-hmm.
always access to food.
Easy food too.
Easy food.
Yeah.
And so when you aren't in touch or understanding your own emotional roller coaster and like what emotions feel like for
Mm-hmm.
you, food is a nice distraction, right? Food is a nice way to avoid like, oh, all of a sudden I'm hungry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I teach my clients there's 5 different types of hunger,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to understand the difference. 4 of them are emotional. 1 is actually physical. So we can talk about mouth hunger. So when you're like, I need a little something, right? You're just like, I need a little something, right? That's like, oh, I need something sweet to eat after you eat.
That's
Or
it.
I just need like, I just want a piece of cheese, right? That's mouth hunger. It's not physical hunger, it's emotional hunger. There's clock hunger, right? It's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. Who told us that we have lunch and we're supposed to eat at 12 o'clock? Like, where did that even come from?
Uh-huh.
And if you were like a diehard dieter like I was in the 90s, we ate like 5 times, 10 o'clock, mid-morning snack. And we had at noon, we had lunch, and we had our afternoon dinner and an evening snack. Like, because somebody told us that that's how we keep our metabolism going. So we're just constantly eating all day. So that's clock hunger. Those are just 2 examples of what, you know, an emotional hunger can look like.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my clients just eat because they don't know how to stop eating. They're not in touch with what fullness feels like in their body, and it's just a habit. They have these busy full days at work, and they slide right into the home life, and they just keep grazing all night. They just keep eating. They eat dinner, then they eat like the leftover pizza crust or the chicken nuggets on their kids' plates, and then they're putting the food away, and they're still like tasting a little bit, and they're just grazing all night until they go to bed.
Mm-hmm. So in your opinion, like, what time should we stop eating?
That's a great question. I teach what I think called bio-individuality. Everyone has their own specific rhythm. Everybody has their own specific needs when it comes to nutrition. And so I remember Oprah came out when she lost all that weight. She was like, okay, I stopped eating at 7 o'clock. Yeah. And all of a sudden that was the rule. Everybody was like, okay, we can't eat past 7 o'clock because Oprah said so. And that was good for her. So instead of giving people a time, I say, I want you to just not eat for 13 hours overnight, right? So if you're going to the gym in the morning and you like to have a little bit of something before you go work out, then 13 hours beforehand, you're going to stop eating. So you want to give your digestive system a break. You want to give your insulin a chance to balance out, your blood sugar a chance to come down and balance out. And you just want to like yourself, right? Especially if you're a nighttime eater. You want to challenge your brain of like, okay, I am safe right now. It's okay. And those leftover Doritos right now while I'm watching Netflix on the couch. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. So it's you to challenge your brain. That's what we talked about with the new mindset.
Yeah. And also working with a coach, having this understanding, because again, not everybody approach from that mental health, angle. So when you understand, like, I would say, you'll probably have a framework that you work from, where you would work with someone like me, understanding my lifestyle, likes and dislikes and so forth, and then throughout the program you will also working in what is the history with the family and what time what type of food you used to eat and the cultural habits as well. Right? So I grew up from Brazil, so I grew up eating rice and beans and then meat. But then here in US, because everything is so fast, then I created that habit to only eat fast, so I'm not digesting correctly. That is affecting my gut health with stress, because even with that it affects how you metabolize food. What is your best I would say a very easy and practical way that a woman, a working mother that has a business plus 2 kids plus family, just got married,
Mm-hmm.
and what is the best approach for her to really be consistent with that program that you designed for her?
Yeah, so this is my perfectionist say, right? They need to be more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what the focus is,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're going to fail,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're going to fail. Just like you said, you had a cheat day. We don't call them cheat days, by the way. It's just a day, right? I don't believe in saying like I can have this,
Mm-hmm.
I can't have that. I believe all food
Great.
is neutral. But the consistency thing is not the focus. What I want you to focus on is just having self-awareness
Mm-hmm.
and being self-compassionate when you do have those moments when it's not perfect. That's the hardest thing for my clients. I ate ribs and I had potato salad and I had drank some sangria, and they feel so terrible. Like they make themselves feel so terrible because they felt like they ate badly. And I'm like, enjoy a moment with food, like you had an experience. But when you're eating from emotions and not intentionally, that's when you feel badly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I guess for that woman who's like doing all the things, the first thing I would say was like, let's just be aware of your emotional eating versus your intentional eating.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding the 5 different types of hunger, knowing what hunger feels like
Mm-hmm.
inside of your
Mm-hmm.
body, because it's different for everyone. And I have my circle it, right? Is that an emotional eat or was it an intentional eat? And intentional just means you plan for it. Like you're just saying like, okay, I'm going to, Aunt Susu's house on Friday and we're going to have a barbecue and I plan to eat her pound cake because it's amazing and I love it. And I plan to eat a hamburger. Like you're planning to eat
Mindfully.
intentionally, mindfully, right? And like this is enjoyment, you're around your family. And then you call it a day. You have Susu's cake there, you have it at the event, and then you go intentionally again. But just understanding the percentage of time where you're emotionally eating versus intentional eating. And so I just want to share a quick little activity for women who are like, well, I feel like I'm hungry all the time. Here's how you understand physical hunger. So you go to sleep tonight. Tomorrow when you wake up, don't eat. Right? You just don't eat. Like your brain is going to be like, oh, but it's 10 o'clock. It's time for breakfast. Don't eat until you feel a physical sensation of hunger.
How does it look like? It feels like
It's going to feel different for most people, right? It's going to feel different. Some people feel it in their stomach, like the grumbling in their stomach. Some people feel it in their chest. Well, that's when you get real hungry, right? When you get to the headache point and you're like hangry.
But sometimes it's dehydration.
It's dehydration, yeah, that could be it too. So yeah, drink your water, right? You wake up in the morning, drink your water, but just challenge yourself and see how long you can go until you feel like physical hunger feels gradual, right? It's not like this doesn't rush in. It's not like urgent. That's emotional urge to eat. Physical hunger, if you ever noticed it before, it's like, oh, you notice like, oh, I'm a little hungry. And then you keep, working on your computer, you keep doing whatever you're doing and it disappears. And then a little while later it comes back in. It's like a wave that rolls back in.
It's very helpful.
And you're like, oh, like that, now I'm ready to receive food versus emotional, impulsive. It's like, where are the Cheetos? Like, give me a cookie. Or you see, visual hunger is another type of hunger. You see, I was like, right, visual hunger, and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, I want a cookie. Or you see the commercials on TV with the pizza and the whatever. That's visual hunger, and it comes in like, oh, all of a sudden, oh, I think I'm hungry. But just noticing what true physical hunger feels like in your body is a game changer.
Yeah, I think that the last one, the emotional, intentional, that is very helpful to discern, okay, this is what I want, this is not what I want. Or when impulsively I choose to eat just because I smell food, it's emotional. That's very good. Simple and to the point. Love it.
And in that exercise, you're going to notice your brain all, girl, we need to be eating things. Your sneaky self-sabotaging mindset is going to tell you to do. Just notice it. And those are all the things that are causing you to, those are the thoughts that are causing you to eat, or motivating you to eat when you're not really physically.
Girl, you're good. You're very good. So what is one food that you think we, especially women, should not be eating?
Well, sugar, of course, right? Sugar is the one thing. But here's my rule. I never say don't eat something. Because we're like little bratty kids. As soon as you say don't eat something, they'll be like, that's all I want. That's all I want is a cookie. All I want is ice cream. Right? Our brains get locked and loaded. So I would say everything, like food, is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. So all of the food rules that you learn, you let that go. And you have to understand, you go through the process of understanding how different foods react to your body.
Affects your body.
How it affects your body. And that changes over time. So things that you used to be able to eat when you were 25 without a problem, you try to have it now, you notice it's not the same. So for me, going through perimenopause, like I'm the leader of the Stop Dieting Forever movement. So, and I loved French fries, and I did not have a problem eating French fries, you know, once a week, maybe even twice, because the rest of the week, like I'm, you know, doing my thing. And that was never an issue for me. And all of a sudden, 50 hit, and I'm eating my French fries as normal. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, why are these French fries piling up on my hips? In my stomach, I was like, what is happening? And so these are the things that I have learned over time, because I'm so in tune with my body, because I've been doing this for a while as I used to. And that's just a very intentional decision that I've made, because my core why of like why I eat this way is not because I need to be in a size 8 or size 6 or a size 4 anymore. It's because I want to be around when I'm 85. I don't want to have GI issues. I want to be healthy. I want to be vibrant. I need this brain to be functioning. And French fries that are fried in seed oil, is it worth it at the end of the day?
What I am picking up is the self-awareness. That's the most important thing. That's the best diet. Right? And I think that with the creating habits to support, you know, the redefining what health and beauty looks like for you, it's a different take, and I love the way you're approaching, because it has a lot to deal with self-worth, right? How we grew up, what our mothers and grandmother had said to us. Like my grandmother used to say, she used to kind of hit my arms and say, "Oh, you look fat." But it's like being fat in our culture is a sign of richness, right? Or you're eating, you know, a lot, therefore you have food in your fridge. But then on the other side, my mother criticized me, right? So then created a self-conscious behavior where I'm self-conscious about my own arms because of that. So taking the time to, when I'm working out or lifting weights, now I am focusing on before strength. When I start changing that mindset, then I'm like, listen, it is what it is, and I'm in my 50s and I'm looking better than ever, and I feel better than ever because of the work, you know, the self-awareness work that I have been doing for years now with perimenopause. Then again, working with a professional to understand this biological thing that is going on is manageable. And it starts with, you know, exercise and diet and re-educating, reprogramming your body and your mind in this stage of your life.
It's like you rewrote your story of what your body is and what it should look like. And that's what most of us don't take the time to do. We just have adopted what culture told us. Our bodies look terrible because we're not a size 2. Or our parents told us we're too skinny, we're too this, we're too that. And we haven't taken the time to say, you know what, I'm deciding what this body means to me and how I want to show up in the world. And writing that down and being very clear and very convicted.
committed
to it.
It's 2:30.
So when it comes to clients that they have like underlying medical issues, how do you approach with them, like the whole weight loss and also the mindset?
Yeah. So if there's somebody has a medical issue, like I'm not saying stop going to your doctor. No, we're a bigger holistic support plan. But I'm working with your mindset, right? I'm working with your relationship with food. Your doctor's helping you with medication and dosages and things like that and managing your symptoms. But I'm over here like, okay, we need to understand our relationship with, donuts, right? We need to understand our relationship with 4 glasses of wine every single night. Like, we need to understand that relationship. It has nothing to do with your doctor. And we love our medical professionals. Thank you, doctors of the world. Yeah. However, they're not trained in nutrition.
Yeah.
They're not trained to understand how food interacts with the body. They don't even understand how some foods interact with medication.
Yeah.
They are trained to understand how our bodies physiologically react to pharmaceuticals, period. And how to diagnose. And that's wonderful. But we have to do our own work and understand how different foods and things and our different systems, our habits react in our own bodies.
Yep.
So if if you find yourself constantly snacking during busy season at work, like let's unpack that for you. Your doctor's not gonna help you with that. That's what I help you with.
It's simple to me, but I'm doing this for the people that don't understand, like especially older people that give the power away up to a doctor versus really have agency with their own health.
Yeah.
Which, like, working with someone like you, it's a great way to have that support to take that agency of your health. And that's why I ask.
Yeah, I mean, even now, GLP-1s are very, very popular. Really figure out, I was like, how do I want to show up for people who are on weight loss drugs? Because I've been there, right? I've been in the, so desperate, and you will do anything. Yes, give me the prescription. I've taken weight loss drugs when I was, struggling, so I get it. I was taking the ones that are now banned because they were killing people. And I felt terrible when I was taking. So I understand that desperation. I understand, I'm doing all the things. So I work with finished taking weight. I'm titrated off of the weight loss drugs. They just needed something to get started, get their hormones balanced, get their blood sugar balanced, reverse that insulin resistance. They just needed that. And now we're going to work physical. Now we're going to work on the emotional. Because even before GLP-1s I was working with women who had weight loss surgery. Right?
Yeah,
so that was one thing, stomach shrinking and all of that. Yes, your stomach is smaller and you physically can't eat anything, but you still have the cravings for it. You still want to eat the food that's in the refrigerator. And if you do, you're going to get sick. So you want to, instead of trying to just not be sick, you want to really just understand and heal that relationship with food. So I help you. Same thing with the GLP-1s. Your appetite may have decreased, doesn't take away the craving, doesn't take away so let's figure out how we deal with these emotions.
And how do you see yourself in this new body?
And how you've lost all this weight, you might be getting more attention from people that you're not used to. It's very uncomfortable. These are the things that people don't talk about when they lose weight.
Yeah.
They're just I just need to see the number on the scale.
As you're also losing weight, you're also touching on your hormones that also affecting how you see yourself.
How you see yourself. Yeah. Your hormones affect your mood.
Yeah.
Right, those mood swings come in, you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be happy and fulfilled because I hit my goal. Wait, why do I feel so angry? Because you also still need those tools to deal with your emotions.
So you do have you changed a bit the way you approach clients that they are using your weight loss drugs?
No, it's the same process. It's the same thing. I almost look at weight loss drugs almost as a diet. Right? Because you're not it's a physical manipulation of your weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's not healing your relationship with food. It's not allowing you to expand your capacity to experience more emotions without food. It doesn't teach you, how to avoid buffering and numbing yourself with food when life gets lifey and you revert right back to your old habits. Like you just want to get on the couch with your blanket and the Ben & Jerry's and a spoon and be like, don't bother me. Right? Those things still come up. And so that's where this work that I've been doing for decades.
So let's say I reach out on your Instagram, Jennifer Dent Brown, on IG, and I'll say, hey Jennifer, I found you on Google. I'm considering to take some Ozempic, but I don't know if I'm going to do, and I saw that you offer, programs for weight loss. So do you think you can help me?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah, so I would have a call with you, right? I like to do what I call discovery calls, consultations. They're 100% free. And I just want to understand what's been happening. What have you tried before in the past? What hasn't worked? Why do you think you can't lose weight and keep it off? Like, just tell me your story. Tell me your story so I can hear the threads. I can see the patterns. You can't see it. I can see it. And so I remember I had a call with one woman and she was like, I'm on Mounjaro. She's like, I really want to do your program because she understood. She was like, I don't want to be 30 pounds, but she's like, I still have the desire to eat, even though it's not physical. And I was like, okay. And now she's decided that she's going to stick with Mounjaro because she's just doing so well with it. I was like, okay. We're still doing the work though, right? This is just a physical thing she's doing, and just for whatever reason she wants to keep doing it. But she's still doing the mental work. We're working on her mindset. We're working on her nutrition. She has to eat more protein, and she's like she was eating protein, I call it candy bars, all the protein water, like all of these fake manufactured sources of protein. So we're working through that. But she's going to be so much, in 6 months, she's going to be so healthy. She's going to be so much more healthier and happier.
Girl, I'm going to be signing up for your program.
Come on in.
So let's talk about the program. Like, what were you offering now? Like, what's going on?
So there's 2 ways I work with my clients. I have my private clients. We do one-on-one coaching. That's how I've started off, doing one-on-one coaching. We meet once a week for 3 months, and I have a 90-day planner through very specifically your hormones and your mindset, and we figure all of that out. And so that's one way you can work with me. And I also have a group program called Learn and Lose. It's 6 months. I help you. It's more like identity-based weight loss. So we do the nutrition part. We talk about, because protein, because that's very important in perimenopause. We talk about like what is real food and how to consume more real food and less processed food. But I also help you shift your identity. So you're moving from the woman who has the identity of just like always struggling with her weight, always on a diet, always not satisfied, always just like, oh my body, this. We move you from that identity and help you do all those things. A person who can lose the weight and keep it off. That's the huge identity shift, because when you start with this, your mindset, your habits
change everything.
They begin to change, and the weight loss is just a byproduct of you doing this. The mindset work first.
It's just a result of your discipline. Right. Yeah. So can we talk about skincare?
Oh yes.
So, what is your current routine? It's good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I knew I was coming to see you. So I exfoliated.
Oh, excuse me.
Last night.
Okay.
So I exfoliate twice a week.
Okay. Very good.
I have my vitamin C serum.
Okay.
I have not gotten the hyaluronic acid yet. However, I am taking it in my collagen. taking collagen powder, and it's got vitamin C and hyaluronic.
But still should be using externally.
Topically.
Yeah, topically.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in my Amazon cart.
Yeah, very good.
I also started, because of you, the cleanse, the double cleanse.
Okay. So how is that going?
Good.
Do you notice a difference?
Yes, totally. So, because all this mascara that I'm using, it's not, I don't know what it is, but it comes off in like clumps, and it just doesn't come off with just regular.
Make sure to not use waterproof mascara because it's very drying.
Okay.
Unless you're oily and your lashes are not holding on to the product, waterproof, yes. But waterproof mascara is very drying, and it start kind of breaking off your eyelashes.
I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make your eyelashes like look
longer.
And then I love your balm. That's my favorite thing at nighttime. So I do that with the gua sha.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
I noticed the difference.
It's my nighttime ritual. It's like how I tell my body, like, we're going to sleep now.
Going to sleep now.
And I'll put on hands. So good.
Yeah. So tell us about your night, like your night routine, like your decompressing night routine. What you told me before.
Yeah. So I had to come up with all this. One of the reasons why I got this Aura ring, and I highly recommend. Yeah, okay. I like to call myself an Aura ring expert. All my clients now have Aura rings. But I got it because I was having trouble with my sleep. And so I was trying to figure out, like, what the heck is happening? So I noticed when I work late, or if I'm just like thinking, or like thinking about work. I think about my clients all the time. It's really a thing. I need to decompress. So I have to draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock, that's it. Like, I'm done. And 8 is late, so I try to leave my office by 6:37. But sometimes, you know, I'm in it and I'm doing stuff. But at 8 o'clock, that's it. So that's when I'm taking my magnesium.
Yes.
That's when I go in. I take my daytime clothes off. I put on my nighttime clothes. Pull my hair back. I use my Theragun to like loosen up my muscles because you know perimenopause, joint pains and stuff. I use my Theragun. That brings me down. Sometimes I'll do tapping if I can't get my mind to stop talking, because you hear me right now, and my brain is like 8 times faster.
Like that too. We are Sagittarius, girl.
So at nighttime, when I'm like I gotta like, okay, bring it down. So I'll do tapping to like get my brain to calm down, and then the skincare routine is a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
It's kind of washing away the day. It's like unpacking, masking this face that you have to play this role. Like, I need to get this client. I need to make this money. I need to make everybody happy. You know, like that is the time for you to just kind of take the mask off. Yeah. You know.
And if I don't do that, I just try to like go into bed and try to go to sleep. My readiness score, like my heart rate is still elevated, so I'm not getting a deep enough sleep. So because I have my Aura ring now, I can see.
Because again, like even when you mentioned about the moisture lock, the balm, that lavender scent, like it's instantly, we are freaking human beings. All the senses, if they're engaged, is gonna catch your attention if you're present, right? So the aromatherapy is something that has that kind of impact. You smell a familiar fragrance or aroma, and it leads you somewhere. And so that's why, like, I tell my clients to really make up the time, or make the effort to really take care of yourself at night, because that's when you go to restore. Yeah. And so you're restoring the mind, the body, soul, and spirit. But if you don't create these rituals, right, routines for you to be able to decompress, or to be able to detach from the day and night time, it doesn't matter which moisturizer you're using. It doesn't matter if you go to the Four Seasons and get a facial. It doesn't matter. You're not doing the simplest thing, which is do the things that helps you to relax. Period. So, and
it's so important.
I'll tell you this, and I'm sure that happens with you too. It's very easy to tell our clients what to do. And it is very difficult for us to do everything that we tell them to do. But it's very simple to go back to the why that you're talking about. Why am I setting up these routines? Right? Is for a better outcome. So for me, has been a challenge to for the past 5-6 years to balance, work life, bringing these pieces together. And even the balancing of things, there's a little bit of struggle. So for me, I am working through it, like working with professionals to be able to not feel as guilty when I don't do the things that I said I need to do for myself, because it's very easy to do for others. But for yourself, it's just like you always leave yourself for last. And so through therapy, through working with a coach, I have been able to stop and think like, no, it is my assistant, like, hey, did you eat? And I'm like, yeah, I'll eat later. Because my husband said, can you make sure she goes, she gets, her lunch. And she actually added lunchtime in my schedule. But I have nuts, like I have some pistachios with me. But even that, to integrate it in my life now, being in my 50s, having a business, having a family, all of that has been a delightful reminder how much I need to be in alignment with the why that I share with my clients as well. So just having this conversation with you is like, these are the things that is on my journal that I need to do. And I'm like, yeah, but then I need to get to it. And even have self-compassion, right? Instead of the 5 things that I was supposed to do, at least 3, celebrate that. And I'm learning that with my coach as well. Like, there's no small win.
Yeah.
It's a win.
It's a win, period.
Yeah, period. So, this conversation just led me to, I'm on my game.
I take some of the things, like first, I'm learning to like deal with big emotional things on my own so I can help my clients. But other things, like we did a movement challenge in June. So it's the 8K a day walking challenge. I started it last year. We did it last June for 30 days. We did it because I needed to do it. I had an injury, a lower back injury, and I was like super sedentary. And I was like, I need to start walking again. Do it. I don't know if I can be consistent. And so I just brought everybody in my social media along with me. I said, hey y'all, we doing this challenge in June. And I had hundreds of people who were doing it along with me inside my group with my clients. And now next month in August, we're going to be doing an inflammation reset.
Okay.
Because I was away in Florida for 2 weeks, and there's a difference between inflammation and fat, right? The way that it feels, and a lot of people don't, because they're chronically inflamed. So you just think, well, that's just the way I'm supposed to be. So I go away for 2 weeks and with my family and just, just helping out with my dad. And I came back, I was like, I was like, this isn't, it was inflammation. It's inflammation. My weight was exactly the same. But it was in, like, you can see it in my face, and puffy, and so I know how to the anti-inflammatory. I know what to do to bring it down. And when I talked about it on the group call, they were like, "There's a difference between inflammation and fat." So I was like, "Yeah, we're doing a challenge in August, y'all. We're gonna learn about inflammation."
Okay.
So we're doing that.
So how can they be a part of the challenge?
Well, if they're inside my group.
Okay,
right? So, if you're
so how can you be part of your group?
Yeah.
Is it a free group? Is it?
No, it's so what you can do, follow me on social media, reach out to me, go to my website, jenniferdent.com/consult. If you want to book a call with me just to talk about what are your options, what do you want, what will work best for you. Some of my clients are like, I don't want to be in a group. I just need one-on-one support, and I'm like, okay, we'll see if I have some spots open. Let's do it, so I can figure out what can work best for your schedule.
So can you say your website again and where to follow on your social media?
Yeah, so you can follow me on social media, Instagram at Jennifer Dent Brown. My website is jenniferdent.com/consult if you want to book a call. You can also find me at stopdietingforever.com.
Yes, your podcast.
My podcast. I always forget about my podcast.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Almost 300 episodes.
Very good.
Of the Stop Dieting Forever podcast. I've been podcasting on all the things. And it's so funny when I meet people who found me on another one, and I'll listen to another episode, and another episode, and another episode. Come on in. Join the movement, because I really do consider myself the leader of the Stop Dieting Forever movement. Because there's so many women out there in the world who really don't want to diet.
Yeah.
They just want to be healthy, but they have no idea how to get there. And they think a diet is the only one.
Come to mama.
Come to mama. Come sit by my feet.
Oh, Jennifer, it was a joy.
Thank you so
talking
much.
To you.
I love talking
this
to you.
chat. Yes, it's just like two friends just having a conversation about womanhood and weight.
All our favorite topics. All our favorite
Thank
topics.
you for coming, my
Thank
dear.
you so much for having me.
So Bonitas, I hope you enjoyed this episode. So I'm gonna leave the information under this video here, and I'll see you on the next episode of Be Bonita. Ciao.